Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be my review on the latest installment in the MCU leading up to Avengers Doomsday, and that is the Thunderbolts. So I went and saw the movie, and I have to be completely honest with you guys, I wasn't a big fan of this film. I know I'm probably in the minority here. I didn't hate the film. I just wasn't a big fan of the film. There really wasn't a lot for me to really enjoy in this movie. And I had I was skeptical going into the film. So I was already going in with like a very low bar. And unfortunately, the movie never really kind of hit where I thought it was going to hit, especially when a lot of people were talking so good about this movie. Like, oh my God, this is like a fantastic movie. Marvel's back, ladies and gentlemen. And for me, it just never really got to that point in the movie at all. I actually think Captain America: Brave New World is a lot better film. It might not be might not be as good as written as Thunderbolts, if that makes any sense. I think Thunderbolt is a better written movie, but I enjoyed Captain America: Brave New World more. I felt like I have more attachment to Sam Wilson in that movie, even though Sam Wilson was really the only recurring character in Brave New World. I had an attachment for many, many years with Sam Wilson. Really, the only attachment I had in Thunderbolts was Bucky. Like, Bucky was the only this is a film filled with a bunch of rejects that I don't care about. Right? Like, who? Ghost. Oh, yeah, man. Who likes Ghost? Oh, you're talking about that Ant-Man movie that absolutely sucked? Oh, yeah, we definitely want to see that character come back. Taskmaster. Oh, my God. Boy, that was a great... Oh, so good you put her on the poster. She lasted 5 minutes. It's like, it's just... The movie had a bunch of characters I didn't care about. Like John Walker. Oh, yeah, man. John Walker. Ooh, I loved him in Falcon Winter Soldier. Come on, guys. Come on. So as I'm going through, I'm probably going to spoil some stuff for you. So if you haven't seen the movie, I do highly recommend that you see the movie, because I'm going to get into some stuff to kind of explain why I didn't like this film as much as other people did. Now, before I get further into the review, I think it's an okay film. I wouldn't give this a negative review. I would give this an average review. I'm just going to tell you my score right now. I'm going to give the movie about a 6.5 out of 10. It's slightly better than average. The way I score stuff is 1 is awful, 10 is a masterpiece, 5 is average. And I'm giving this a 6.5, so I'm giving it above average. The problem I have with this film is, one, I already explained that you have a cast of characters that I just don't care about. Like Ghost, I do not care about. Taskmaster, absolutely pointless, gets shot in the head in the first 5 minutes of the movie, and you don't see Taskmaster again. Oh, John Walker. They even make fun of John Walker in the movie, going like, you're the penny version of Captain America. Like, they make several jokes about him being like a rip-off dollar store great value version of Captain America. So why should we care about him if the writers don't care about him? Oh, Red Guardian. Oh, yay. Hey, we're giving David Harper doing his Homer Simpson impression in a red costume. Yelena. Okay. Hey. Oh yeah. Remember her from Black Widow and the Hawkeye show? Oh, Yelena. Yeah, man. I definitely like her. Oh, yeah. She's just another rip-off version of Black Widow. The movie didn't work for me. I was hoping that as the movie progressed, that the movie would make me care about these characters. I went in this movie not really caring about these characters, and I was hoping by midway through, I would start to care about the characters. And really, the only character I cared about was Bucky, because I've been with Bucky since the first Captain America movie. You know how I said I have that attachment to Sam Wilson? I have that attachment to Bucky. So I care about Bucky the same way I care about Sam Wilson, and he's the only character that I cared about in this movie. Like I just did not care. And the Thunderbolts name. Do you guys know how they got the name the Thunderbolts? It's about as bad as how Nick Fury lost his eye. You remember, we kept speculating, oh man, Nick Fury lost his eye. He must have lost it in war. Oh, his friend betrayed him. No, he got scratched by a cat and it got infected. Right? The Thunderbolts name used to be like Yelena's like elementary school soccer ball team. Like, oh, we were the Thunderbolts. We were in a soccer team. This was before like the Red Room and crap. Oh yeah, we were in a soccer team called the Thunderbolts. So they just started calling themselves like what? And then you get to the end of the film, and you find out, oh, this is all built up to make them the New Avengers. Well, why didn't you just title the movie The New Avengers? You know, you probably would have got a whole lot more people in the theaters if you would have just said, they're the New Avengers. There's all types of different Avenger teams. All types of different Avengers teams. You have the West Coast Avengers, the New Avengers, the Young Avengers. Like, there's plethora of different Avenger comic books. Like, okay, just call them the New Avengers. Why did you have to call it the Thunderbolts? And then it'd be so stupid like, oh yeah, that's Elena's kid school soccer ball team. We're the Thunderbolts. I didn't enjoy it, man. I did not enjoy it. Then Sentry comes, and Sentry's like super powerful. And how do they beat Sentry? By going into the dark part of his mind. And they're going to battle his inner demons. And another reason why I didn't really care for this movie is very, very deep. Right? It's very, very deep. It really hits on each one of these characters and this darkness that they hold inside them. They all been through some traumatic stuff, some dark stuff, and they hold it inside in them. And even Yelena talks about, like, you need to take that and you need to bury it. And by the end of the movie, she has this character development, this character arc where, no, you need to let it out. You need to have, like yeah, there's a lot of underlining plot points of people that deal with depression and darkness, and how do you let that consume you? Do you like, I understand the great writing and the messaging of that, but I didn't go see a superhero movie to get preached to for 2 hours on it's bad to keep depression inside you and darkness inside you and all this stuff. Like you have Sentry just wiping people out in New York, right? This dude is like when Sentry showed up and he's taking out the Thunderbolts, I'm like, oh man, this is like Superman level crap, dude. This is awesome. And then like he starts turning people in the shadows, and then Yelena goes into like this shadow realm, Yugi shadow realm, and and then she starts battling Sentry, and she finds out like, oh yeah, Bob, he had this dark past where his dad beat him and all this stuff, and Yelena has the Red Room, and they just go through all the different tragedies that these characters had. And they're fighting their inner demons in order to break loose and basically bring Bob back to the light. And I'm sitting there going like, I understand the artistic nature and the creative writing of, hey, this is stuff that people deal with all the time. But at the same time, even though I can sit there and appreciate the writing and the messaging of the writing, I just want to see superheroes do cool superhero shit. Okay, I don't care about the darkness within their hearts, okay? If it was one or two characters, okay. If it was just Yelena and we're like, okay, this is what's going on. She's got this darkness in her soul and stuff. But no, it's like every one of these characters are like emo versions of the Avengers, and the final battle takes place in the depression of their soul, and they're fighting to get to the light. And I'm just like, I understand creatively and artistically why a lot of critics might look at this like, oh, this is a different like type of superhero film. I get it. Not what I like, right? Not like give me like action, right? Give me Captain America, get Red Hulk destroying the White House and fighting around giant celestials in the ocean. But to be honest with you, I just kind of left the theater just a little disappointed. I mean, I wasn't going in with high hopes, but I just kind of left the theater a little disappointed, because I was hoping to get something better. The one thing I will say is this movie did a really good job starting to show where the MCU is going. By the end of it, like I said, hey, we find out that Valentina, who was doing the Sentry stuff, the whole point of this movie was Bucky in the Senate or the Congress or whatever is trying to get Valentina like out of office and impeached, imprisoned, whatever. And she's trying to create this superhero and covering her own ass and all this stuff. If you watch the Disney Plus shows, you see that. But by the end of this, she's like, hey, they're the New Avengers. And she announces them the New Avengers. And then the most important thing of this whole movie is the last 5 minutes And then the last post-credit scene where we find out that Sam is indeed coming up with his own Avengers team, and that Avengers team is conflicting with Valentina's new Avengers team, and boom, we see the ship in space, the Fantastic Four. And I was like, crap. As soon as I saw that ship, I was the first person in the theater, in the auditorium, that went, oh shit. I knew it was the Fantastic Four ship because I've seen that trailer a bunch of times. Plus, they showed that trailer earlier before the movie. So I know the design of that ship. So it's tying up everything going forward, which I like. But the movie as a whole, not so much. We also find out what happened to Tony Stark's tower, the fact that Valentina actually is the one that purchased the tower, and she turned it into like her own special headquarters, which eventually became like the new Avengers Tower by the end of the movie. So I really enjoyed like the last 5 minutes and the end credits scene, mostly because it leads up to what we're going to see moving forward. I don't think Brave New World is a better film than Thunderbolts. I just enjoyed it better. To me, Brave New World was a popcorn superhero flick. And Thunderbolts tried to do that with a bunch of characters that I don't like. All of them have the same move set. Like, every one of these guys have the same move set. So you don't get any type of variety. It's all kick, punch, throw, shoot a gun. That's really it. Like, all the characters were basically the same moody, emo, same power set, like everything. There was no variety of these characters at all. So I didn't have no attachment to these characters. And then they try to give me this whole deep narrative of depression and darkness and don't hold it in and let it out and look for the light and, look for your light, little one, and all this. And I just felt like, I was like, man, you're just hitting me over the head. You're preaching, blah, blah, blah. Just me, my thoughts on it. Don't think it's a bad movie, but I don't like it as much as other people like. And I know I'm probably going to be in the minority with my friends and probably other people watching this video. I'm probably going to get a lot of hates in the comments, but that's just how I feel. I can only be who I am and give my thoughts on how I feel, because that's just how I feel about the situation. And I'm not going to lie. It just didn't do it for me. I think it's a solid 6.5. Maybe if I watch it again, I might go up to a 7. But right now, I think Brave New World was a funner movie. Not a better movie. A funner movie. And maybe Fantastic Four can give me that superhero action that I want and not hit me over the head with, being depressed and all that stuff. I know that's important, but you don't need to hit me over the head with every single character having the same problem, the same inner demons, the same moveset. It was like they were all clones of each other. It's like, give me some variety here, people. Even the jokes didn't even land all that well. So I just thought the movie it dragged in some spots. It was slow. I didn't really like the narrative thing. I thought the characters were all monotone, one beat, all the same type of thing. And by the end of the movie, I was just like, I was ready to just, go to the bathroom and dip and be done with it. But that's just my thoughts on it, guys. I want to know what you guys think. Please be very, very, very nice to me in the comments. I have been sick all week. If you're going to tear me a new one, please tear me a new one nicely. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. Take it easy. And as always, I'm Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.